I had this tough question. Do you miss your dad?
Every day. I can't even believe he's not here because there's so many things that I want to tell him that I can't.
What do you want to tell him?
Oh, goodness. I would just tell him that we, as a family, we're coming together and we are doing everything we can to make sure people understand that he is so much more than just the O.J. Simpson trial. What I really want people to know is that his legacy is helping to save lives because we have this wonderful brain tumor research center named after his honor at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center.
What do you want people to know about your father?
He was a fighter. I have never seen anyone fight except for Muhammad Ali. He was a fighter because he fought brain cancer to the very end.
But did you know immediately that you were going to be an advocate for this, or did?
No, If you had told me I was going to leave news, I'd say, Don, you're out of your mind. No, I mean, this is what I wanted to do my whole life, but I realized that, I remember my dad said, you can have more than one dream in your life. You can have a goal, you can achieve it, and then you can have another goal. And I feel like I've been blessed to have an opportunity to help people. Not that news isn't helping people, but when you compare the two, it's like, there's really no comparison.
If there was one thing, maybe two, that you really wanted to get out there about your dad.
I mean, I think about him walking me down the aisle. He wasn't able to walk. The tumor, it took away his ability to walk on one side of his leg was not operational, but he went to therapy 3 times a day before my wedding to regain the use of that side of his leg to walk me down the aisle for my wedding. And it was just, I'd never seen anyone work that hard for any one thing. And that just taught me that if you put your mind to something, anything, you can do it. If people were just amazed because after he was diagnosed, he kind of, shied away from the public eye. We didn't see him that much. And then to see him walk me down the aisle, it was very emotional. And it just took my breath away.
He's a fighter, but he's human.
Yes, and that just showed that, this is my daughter, and this is what I want to do. This has nothing to do with any courtroom drama, any legal expertise. I'm just a dad, and I want to be there for my daughter. A lot of people don't know that story, and that's what will always be in my heart, always.
You don't have that many memories of your dad because you were so young when he died.
Well, there are a couple of things I can share about my father. One, this great orator who was very charismatic and, commanded his audience. One, he was very uncomfortable with walking across stages and platforms. And many times when he had to speak, he would tell my mom, I don't have anything to say. I just don't know I don't know what to say to people. And it's interesting because that's the same way I feel, when I get ready to preach or speak. After all the preparation that you do, you still feel inadequate for the task. And in a sense, that's how he always felt. And she would enlighten me because I would go to her and I say, I don't feel like I have anything to say. She says, your dad used to say that. But when you open your mouth, the Lord will speak through you.
The word of God.
Ministry may have been God's plan for Bernice King. It wasn't Bernice's.
I did not want to go into ministry. Law was like my escape. I went to law school because I wanted to do something where I wouldn't always hear, like your daddy, like your daddy, yeah. Like your daddy, like your daddy, like your daddy, like your daddy, like your daddy. And I'm thinking in my mind, if I go to law school, I can escape that. Right. Well, that didn't quite work. But I needed something for me.
It was your security blanket.
My security blanket, exactly. But even afterwards in ministry, ran. I didn't really study my father. I mean, I looked at just like she did. I saw, films, movies, documentaries. I didn't do it a whole lot because after I understood my call, I didn't want to become him literally.
Why did you think you fought it?
I think it's just natural in anyone. I mean, you want your own identity. You don't want to be somebody's whatever. Mm-hmm. You want to be recognized for you. Mm-hmm. And so that was the first reason that I fought it. the second reason that I think I fought it is because I don't think I fully understood everything, you know. And it really wasn't until I had a dream